Right there with you. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. See. There we go. There we go. Hashtag TGUF. I mean IF. To all you scoundrels out there who celebrate Fridays. Happy Friday, dude. Yeah, happy Friday to you, man. Even though they gotta work the next day. And then when Monday comes around and it's their Saturday, I hate Mondays, man. Yeah, Mondays suck. But why do they suck, dude? Because Garfield says they do, man. That's right, Garfield. Yeah, Mondays suck. Happy Saturday, bro. Yeah, you too, brother. I love this world. It just cracks me right on up. Yeah, and everybody's like trying on sunglasses and getting all weird. It'd be kind of funny because, you know, some like objects like that can kind of carry, you know, they carry their own personality. So you kind of become what you put on in a sense, or you can, anyways. I feel like when I'm trying to act, trying to act in my videos and stuff, the second I put on a costume, especially if I put on a mask or something, or a nice wig that's just like, you know, covers my face, or just, it changes your shape. It changes your whole energy sometimes. And you can just, that's how you get into character. But, yeah. Same thing with just something as simple as sunglasses can just change the look of your face to make you look chill or like tough. Little things like that. It's just kind of funny to me. And it doesn't take much. There we go. This shape always reminds me of some kind of fish, like its mouth. So the fish is going that way. And it's like eating this coil, this mortal coil. And I always say it's important when you're drawing to make sure the pen touches the paper, because that's how you get the best, you know, ink on the page. You can't go right above it and just draw, because see, like, nothing happens. Watch. I'm drawing just above the paper. See, this is a technique they teach you in art school. And I say, to hell with that, might as well just touch the dang thing. Academy schmademy. That's what I always say. Best to think for yourself. At least go in there, learn the disciplines, and then make them your own. You gotta go in there and get out as fast as you can and twist everything that you've ever known, everything you've ever learned. And don't believe anybody. Don't believe anything anybody ever tells you, because everybody's full of shit. Except for me. If you wanted to send me some gold, I'd be down with that. I put it in I'm from another planet, you see, and our atmosphere is in shambles, and gold is the only thing that will save it. So any kind of gold, I'll take even handsome compliments. Just a nice compliment goes a long way. Just makes you feel like 24 karat. I hope to change the world someday and save my people. But I've been out here for a long time, and I've only got like a necklace? Isn't that right, Jordan? Yeah, whatever. Okay. Yeah. No, he says we only got about a necklace's worth, and that was because we had to chase somebody down and rip it off their neck. Yeah, it wasn't our fault. It was the '80s. The '80s are to blame, and we are going insane. We don't keep in time when we're making music, and it rhymes. We're German, but we come from Africa, South Africa, and we lived in Australia for about 3 years. And then I moved down to Manchester, Marysville, California. Lived there for about 29 years. That's where this accent mostly comes from. I'm in love with life. I hate myself. Nothing makes sense. The world is on fire. We're all gonna die. Amen. How about that? How about them apples? Honey crisps, I think. I know me apples. I'm from I'm from Idaho. Lots of apples. Actually, Portland has a lot of apples. I remember walking to work and I'd just be eating apples on the way to work. It's just, especially in the southeast. Lots of apple trees. Lots of trees with fruit dangling off the leaves on my way to work in southeast Portland. That was just to sum it up for everybody. Living la vida loca. Living la vida loco. Brought to you by Henry and his friends. Hi, I'm Henry. These are my friends. Hey everybody. And we're just here to rock your world. You're listening to KSTRI FM, the Jack. The Jack. Rock and roll for those people who never heard rock and roll. Yeah, this is Blood Choker. Stupid. I actually don't know what I'm talking about anymore, friends. I came here to draw. I wasn't going to say a damn thing, and then all of a sudden I started talking, and now I can't stop. I'm an old country boy at heart. I have the gift of gab, and I just want to talk. Talkity talk. Mostly about my blue jeans, and about how these colors don't run in the wash when I'm washing my clothes. They kind of, if I throw a red shirt in there and I'm doing my white, sometimes everything looks sort of pink, but I don't mind that so much. You know? What's the world with what would be the world would be like without just a little bit of pink in it? You gotta throw everything in there. You gotta throw caution to the wind. You gotta know where to point the love stick and go dabble in the dirt. That's what I always say. That's what Grandma always told me. Oh, Granny, God bless her heart. God bless her evil old dark little heart. That old bitch. Yep. I'm joking, of course. My grandmas were cool. Whenever I say anything about my family on here, I'm just joking. I'm making shit up. Just a little disclaimer. Except for my dad. Most of the shit with my dad's real. Yeah, unless it's like blatantly obvious that it's real. Because I could tell you stories about my pop that, wow. Whew. Let's just say I have had a gun pointed at me in my life. And it wasn't from a criminal or a stranger. Let's just say that. It's not our fault. It was the 90s. It's crazy too. Nowadays you see everything and everybody being caught on tape doing stuff, you know? Back then there were no cameras. If I would have filmed some of the stuff my dad did to my stepbrother, my dad would be in jail, prison. Back then, anyways. But all I can do is hope that he's not that same person anymore, even though I don't know. Sometimes people don't. The hardest of the hardest can't take responsibility for their own actions. And that's why I don't trust anybody. Or at least that's why I trust actions over words. It's how you treat the world and others in it, and the weakest and the most vulnerable among us. It's how you it's how you help instead of hurt. People like that are magnets that I want to be drawn to. I'm a big slab of metal and I want to be drawn to them kind of magnets. I like people that help. Just because when they, especially when they don't have to, or when they're going to be late for work if they do so. It's the most courageous thing you can do in this life is help. I think the Beatles wrote a song about that. But the theme was different, a little bit different theme. Yeah. Adding a little darkness. A little salt and pepper. I'm doing okay. So far. I'm keeping it together, so to speak. I don't know where I fit in this world, Robert. I don't know who I am. And I certainly don't know where I'm going or what I'm becoming. And this is the only thing in the world that makes me feel like a human, or that I even exist at all. And when I say that, I'm not talking about the art. I'm talking about my voice. I love hearing my voice, Robert. Had to pull it back there for a second. It's just been one of those days. Some days you just want to stop trying altogether. Because trying is exhausting. You try and 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 you get nowhere. And you get nothing. Because trying means that there's an expectation, or that you have like that's all you got. In a world and universe of endless possibilities, there is no try. Do only. Do. That's right, Yoda. I know, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was gonna say, actually. Thanks for stealing my thunder, little prick. Prick you are. Hey, that's enough. I've had enough, Yoda. I've had enough of Yoda little mouth. Little mouth Yoda? No, stop. Don't even go there. Okay. Sorry, I'm arguing with Yoda. It's a new series that I'm going to be putting out in the fall. Arguing with Yoda. Arguing we are. Oh, god dang. Thanks, Robert. Thanks. Well, I appreciate the company and the kind words as always. And to question yourself, I think, is the best freedoms, one of the most important freedoms that we still have. And I don't mean question yourself in like doubting, but finding yourself, questioning, challenging yourself, getting out there and finding out what you're made of. Or going back and thinking about times that were tough and like what got you through. And how you get stronger every time. But you can't let yourself get heartless or something, because sometimes you see and go through so much that you just become numb to everything. And I feel like that's where danger starts setting in. It's a good thing to feel. It's important. And that's how you doodle. Hi, Donna. New pen. And that's how you diddle a doodle. I was drawing on some paper when everybody was looking at me and questioning my sanity. I was drawing on the newspaper, and And the man at the bus stop, he looked up and he got mad at me because I drew on his newspaper. And he pulled out a knife and he pulled out a gun and he shot me in the street. He hit me in the stomach and I lost my sight. I lost my soul and I grabbed my pen and I go, 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 yeah. And there I was. I jumped on the bus. Just a little bit of a fuss. I lost my dollars on bus 5. Bus 5 was always a tough one. I always lose my dollar on that bus. I'm pretty sure that's how that song goes. I can't remember exactly. You don't feel so lonely anymore. Oh, good. I mean, that's great. It's currently 2:30. Wow. Well, I think your English is just fine, Donna. And I'll sing you a lullaby. How about that, my little apple? Okay, hold on just one moment here. Okay. Did you like it? That was it. I'm just kidding. I'm going to sing it right now. Oh, Donna, sleep tight. Sleep tight, Donna. Have you let the dogs out, Donna? Do they have to pee? Do they have to poop? Donna, go to sleep, Donna. No, I just want to know. I was just asking because if you go to sleep and they haven't gone out, if they did go out, I don't want to, let them out twice. So, but if they haven't gone out, that means they probably got to poop before they go to bed because that's how they. I just need to know, Donna, before you go to sleep. Just let me know about the dogs. Who let the dogs out, Donna? There's some truth in there somewhere. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going on. It's like a fairy tale come true around here. I tell you. Where's my napkin? It's like a dream come true around here, Donna. Hello, Minnie. You still can't sleep? Well, I can't wake up, Donna. I can't wake up. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Wait, what? I'm here for what? Didn't mean it like that. Well, maybe I did. Hey, you better sub. Welcome to the club. The Club of Story Grub. It's a cool place to be in the summertime. I'm actually broadcasting from Antarctica. I've been living down here for 39 years, give or take 2 years. Time works differently up here. Yes, that's right, I said up. Because up is down and down is right. And left is in and out is up. All this crap. I think I just threw up in my mouth. I have heartburn, Donna. The world is cruel, man. Give me some kind of acid reducer. I need something. I just got heartburn. I eat way too much candy and I got my esophagus all ripped apart. Give me some Zantac 75. No, the big one over there on the right. Thank you, sir. All right, I'm going to wash that down here. Mm-hmm. How am I so... Oh, imagination. Well, the key to imagination, my friend, is you have to go out and find other artists. you know? If you see somebody online or something like that, like I see people on Instagram all the time, like great artists. And so I track them down and I'm walking behind them on the street and I hit them over the head with like a crowbar and I eat their brains. And so when I eat their brains, I gain their knowledge and then I turn into I probably shouldn't be saying this live on YouTube. I probably am gonna get some phone calls now. I have to move around a lot, if you know what I mean. It's safer that way. It is. It's safer that way. And the brains are the tastiest over on the East Coast. Sweet little imaginative brains everywhere. Just everywhere. Ancient. Almost ancient tasting. That's right, I've been around for thousands of years. I shouldn't be saying this. Golly gosh darn dang. I'm like Hagrid from Harry Potter. I should not be saying this. This is something I should not be saying. I'm gonna get myself in trouble. That's the only part of me that hasn't completely died off, my friend, is my imagination. It's what keeps me going. Besides the power of love for the sound of my own voice, you know? I like to look in the mirror and look at my mouth when the words come out and hope and pray that I can look and see the words in the shape of the words hitting the air. Vibrating over the air and into the world. They have weight. Words. Beautiful words, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. I don't think that's racist because I'm not sure what language that is that I'm actually trying to mimic. Or accent, I should say. Because that was not a language. That wasn't even English. Hare, hare, hare. Hare, hare, hare on my doorstep today. Does anybody want some tea? Or some grub? Does anybody want some grub? I've got some extra gruel on the stove. It's quite delicioso. It's quite delicioso. 39 years, that's right. I've been here so long they added an extra A to Antarctica. But I can go back and forth to the moon. See, I'm stuck here, or I can go to the moon, which is a wormhole from Antarctica, so I can be there in a matter of seconds. But I have to be stuck in another room there. That's where the producers take me sometimes, when they want to get some imagination out of my station, if you know what I mean. If you catch my whiff. If you look at my drift. If you soggy my boggy. Sorry. Lo siento to my Spanish-speaking friends. My bad. My bad. Just fine-tuning it. That's all. You're still young, but you have made pretty advanced stuff in engineering robotics. Well, I'll tell you what, Minnie. You better be making the robots that are good. The robots that are going to be the ones that fight off the evil robots once they take over. You better start now because they've got one hell of a heads up on you. They've got one big head start. They've got years of head starts. I'll donate to your cause. I'll be right there with you. I'll be fighting on the front lines with you. God damn. The robot wars are coming. Oh my God. Hey, Snorri? Yes, Terry. What the hell are you talking about? Sorry, everybody. That's my producer. That's Terry. Terry, they're talking about robot wars and stuff. Nobody brought up robot wars but you. But me, what, huh? But I've seen them, Terry. You're not... Terry, sorry. You're in the... This is Dimension 6. Oh. Yeah, you're not in Dimension 3 anymore. You're in 6 right now. Oh, oh, okay. So this is 2025. 25. Okay, whew. Okie dokie, everybody. Oh, are you sure about that? Because everything looks the same. I'm pretty sure. It's Dimension 6, 2025. Okay. Well, everybody, I owe you an apology. I thought this was Dimension 3. Robots are cool. I love robots. But seriously, there's going to be a robot war coming in 2027. Please prepare for it. You don't be telling them anything that they don't need to know just yet, because you're gonna mess with the future. Terry, how can you hear that? He has amazing ears. Yeah, thank you. Oh gosh, they're always watching, the producers. They always watch over us trailblazers. And I don't mean about the sports team. Back where I come from, I'm a pretty important person. Because I'm the one that started the robot wars. But that's why I'm determined to be the one that ends it. This is why we need good robots, like RoboCop. Minnie, if you make a RoboCop for me, I will give you $20 every year that I'm alive. Promise. Dead straight. Dead ass straight. I just learned what dead ass was because I keep hearing people say dead ass, I thought they were talking about my ass, and I'm like, what is that? Is that a good thing or what? Huh? And they're like, dead ass, man, dead ass. I'm like, what? Huh? Dead ass. And I thought I was missing something until one day it just clicked, and I'm like, oh, dead ass. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty. I don't really still. I don't know what it means, but I'm getting there. Yeah, I think it means like your ass looks dead, very like a corpse, like a cadaver ass or something. I don't know. I think cadaver ass would be kind of cool, but it's too many syllables. Just one too many syllables. Sorry, can you draw a nice garden? A nice garden, Patrick. How do I do that? Like the Garden of Eden? I'll just put a sign down here, and it says, around the corner is the garden, and the garden will be behind this drawing, so I don't have to draw it. How about that? I'll do that right now. Would love to see more plant in the art. I usually do, yeah. I usually do put a lot of foliage. Sometimes I try to test myself, because in my head, this kind of stuff is like cheating, you know? Because it's just like, oh, I'm just gonna put a flower right there. But, and I mean that in an innocent way, because I have these little rules, but also these little annoyances, because I look at it like, I look at things differently than, obviously, you guys would. But I feel like it's a cop-out just to like add little circles and stuff. I wish that I could make it tighter, you know, just come together more. But when I'm talking and drawing like I do on this channel a lot, um, I I tend to just like go into autopilot and I just add these little things out of habit. But at the end, I mean, they look fine. But I kind of like to use these little things, these little leafy looking things sparingly. But sometimes it's just fun to go for it. Who cares, you know? It's not like it's gonna look bad or something. Not necessarily, anyways. When I talk about my art, it's hard because it's like I try to be humble. But sometimes I see something in my art and I'm like, whoa, I freaking drew that? It happens a lot, actually. A few years ago, I did a bunch of these really big illustrations that just, it kind of took it out of me for a while, doing these kinds of drawings. Because it really, actually, I was drawing so much that it cut the circulation off to the vein in my thumb, and my thumb was just numb. And it was like killing the vein in my thumb. It was crazy. But I did like these poster-sized drawings and super detailed, but I was looking on my phone at the time and looking at, or magazines that I had at the time, or whatever it was, and looking at these images and drawing what I was seeing and using them, you know, as subjects in my art and stuff. And I hadn't done that for many, many years, and it was really fun. But it kind of took it out of me doing even sort of realistic stuff. So now I really just like doing the abstract, or doing something like this that turns out to be like a big head, you know, which it's sort of turning into in a way. I'm just talking. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't want to hear about it anymore. There we go. And the jaw could just be hanging down, but I'm going to leave that for now, because I don't know what to do with that just yet. Down here, I'm going to add some more roundedness. I'm going to round it off. Num thumb. Num thrum. Num thrum! My name is Num Thrum. Well, the most important thing about winning awards is after you're done dancing and throwing the award down on the ground like a football and like screaming, yeah, 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 is to be truly just be humble. Just be humble. Very funny. Somebody goes, they get an award and they just like throw it on the ground as hard as they can. It explodes, and then they disappear into a ball of smoke. That'd be so cool. Or they just turn into a bunch of bats. I was a vampire all along. Oh, oh, oh. Some guy in the audience is like, I knew it. I won K through 12 drawings. Sounds like my childhood. Of course, I went to small schools. I went to very small schools, so I stuck out like a sore thumb. I was like the, you know, even when I was in high school, like my senior year, I went to three different high schools. My last one, my senior year, was a bigger school, pretty big, I guess. Um, but I was like one of the only other. There's like two other artists in the school that were known for art, and I was like the third one, out of this entire school. We were like legends. But we all did different stuff. Um, but I didn't win any awards that year. I was a bad boy, and I was like flunking art. I wasn't even going to school. I hated school. And everybody there, especially me. I'm talking about the man in the mirror. Oops. There we go. I'm asking him to change way. Actually, I think yeah, I got a first place when I was a senior for an oil pastel that I did of like this. I think I still have it too. This jaguar. I did a forest fire scene where I scratched into the art and stuff. I got a few awards. I was trying to think, had I ever gotten any awards for art? Because I really didn't like do contests or anything like that, but or that much of them anyways. I did. You know how like in school you God, I forget. I just can't believe I remember this, but that's probably in the fifth grade, and the class consisted of fifth and sixth graders, and we were doing a contest sort of thing for the cover of the school. What was it called? Like every quarter, the school did. I don't know if every school did this, but ours we had a like a booklet that you passed out that they passed out to everybody. That everybody got one, and it was a contest to see who got on the cover. It was, and all it said was Capay Elementary, 1989 or 1990 or whatever year it was, because I'm old. But I remember I didn't do anything for it. Like a few other people in class did some drawings, and that were going to be submitted for it, and I totally spaced it. And I went up there with like a drawing of like, because I just drew the Ninja Turtles back then. I was a Ninja Turtle drawing crazy man. And I took up a drawing to the person that it wasn't my regular teacher, it was like a fill-in. And I said, "Here you go." And she's like, "No, this isn't gonna work," because it was just like the Ninja Turtles. It didn't even say Capay Elementary or anything. And I was like, everybody was like a gasp, because they were like, "Oh my God, Sean didn't get his drawing in," because everybody knew how much I how much I drew. Because back then, that's when I started drawing comic books. So all the kids would read my comic books and stuff. I was a. It's like funny thinking back now, because that's all I did from the fifth grade until I was a senior was draw comic books. I had like my own superheroes and everything. And everywhere I went, kids would be like, "Hey, can I read the next page? Can I read that page? Or did you finish it yet?" Or like it was some kind of drug. It was interesting. Looking back now, it is funny to think, because at the time you don't think that you're like that different, but I was like a. That's all I ever wanted to do was draw. That's all I've ever done is draw. I just, I, I don't know. I like making art and music and all that kind of stuff, but there's nothing like this, there's nothing compares to the feeling I get when I draw. And it really bumps me out. I'm just kidding. Dark but cool. Well, let's see. Massimo. Hi. Irizumi tattoo art? Not that I know of, Kiara. Sorry. What? Wait, Amizu paints. Hey, Passer. Sorry I missed all these messages, guys. Oops. Let's see. Thanks, Minnie. What does that mean, Minnie? That you want to be a what now? Let's see. Massimo, what is this? Oh my gosh, I can't read. Um, Ahmad. Oh, we'll give it a little bit of time. There's a waiting period. What do you call it? From the time you ask until the waiting period is over is when it is. Plus, I have two on right now, and I have a third in the room with me right now. Isn't that right, Tony? That's right, man. You look pretty good tonight. How you doing? How you doing? I'm good, Tony. You just over there moderating? Yeah, I'm just checking things out, man. I'm just taking my time. It looks like you're just looking at your phone. I know. Looking at cameras and porn and stuff. What? Corn? Porn. Oh, porn, yeah. Well, I don't know what I'm paying you for. I'm not paying you to be on your phone. Can you, like, sweep or something? Yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry, of course. Thank you. Maybe don't sweep. It'll be too loud. Just think of sweeping. Uh-huh. Okay. So rude. I pay him 25 cents a day, and he does that. People. Boomers, am I right? Hi, Aaron. You would ask Terry first? For. I just had a mind thought. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, mm-hmm. The internet is porn. The internet is porn. Well, the internet is full of corn, and I'm a growing little boy down in my farm, and my daddy was a daddy. He worked in Cincinnati, and he's coming home tonight to give me some corn. cob on the corn. I'm dancing, I'm dancing, I'm dancing up a storm. It's gonna rain. It's gonna rain on my head tonight, baby. Let's go eat some corn. Let's go grow some corn. Yeah. Okay. It's funny, I wrote that song a few years ago and it still has, I'm still able to bust it out in context, within a, within a, you know what I mean? All right, let's get serious here just for a second. Y'all didn't come here to hear my jokes, to hear my songs. You came here to watch corn. And gosh darn it, I'm gonna bring it. Give me some corn, corn on the cob. Call me Silly Willie, hell, you can call me Bob. Just don't take my corn from me, and I won't take yours. It's under my bed, in between my mattresses, in the gun safe, along with all my waterproof matches. I don't know, I was just thinking. There is a song in there somewhere. There's a song in there somewhere. The little bastard's right. Does anybody know any fart jokes? I got one. And then the mood was elevated. It was the gas, wasn't it? Huh? The gas. The gas that elevated the conversation. Yeah, that's right, the fart. I farted. That was the gas that elevated our conversation. I can't help but think of a world without gas. I don't think there'd be much of a world, considering that's how the universe was made. And that's what we have inside of us just as much as we do our soul. Yeah, it's important. How old am I? Well, if I was born in 1933 and I lived on the moon for 39 years, plus give or take 2, plus 3, whatever, I would say that I'm probably somewhere around 97 years old. I'm okay with that. I'm not an ageist. And I don't actually believe in time. It's one of those things that I don't believe is a thing. It's not feasible. It doesn't make any sense, time. I'm scared. I feel age on my ribs and in my heart. It's going to tear me apart. I believe in age, but time, no. Old, no. Newbie, newborn, no. Age, yes. And we are ageless. I am a hiccup that comes out of a fart that was once a whisper from the most beautiful region of the cosmos that I've ever been. We are but echoes of our glorious former selves. Stardust, my friends. Timeless. Out of our minds. Simply beautiful and gorgeous. Soft. Moist. Mellow yellow. I don't know where I'm going with this, but I hope somebody was recording that because that would make a beautiful poem. Not gonna lie. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. Oh my gosh. What were we talking about? The future starts today. side. 1980. Coin. Coin. Hello, JP. It's kind of true. It is only here and now. I was really actually earlier just thinking about the whole concept of like growing up, or even after 4 decades, I find it hard just to fully give in to a certain type of reality that everybody wants to just is so eager to conform to. Even as a kid, you like hang out with like some friends and they're like, I can't wait to be an adult. And I'm like, what? And then I like stab them in the heart or something and then they turn to ash because they're vampires. They're evil demons. I don't know, because that makes no sense. Who would ever want to be a freaking adult? I want to be a child forever, and I'll be a child forever, and I will protect my child forever. That's why I can fly, and how I still have wings, and I still see things in the dark, and how I can still defeat monsters underwater where I can breathe, and in the skies where I can fly. The second they take your imagination from you, you're doomed. You're doomed. And that's why we latch onto it. Like it's the last thing we'll ever doomed. This doesn't make much sense now, friends, but it will very soon. In 2027. Sorry, don't tell them the future now. Well, in Dimension 3, everybody, it's 2028. And I'm not supposed to be telling you this, but... Well, hello, everybody. Oh, shoot. Earthquakes, am I right? What did I miss? Hey, this is Story Grub. What did I miss? Oh, let's draw. Oh, we got that other stinker out of here. He was just a negative ninny. Yeah, we got some work to do, and we're gonna do it. How's everybody feeling? TGIF, am I right? TGIF and Friday. Where the hell was I? There we go. Right here. I was right here. Going nowhere fast. Don't you remember? Yeah, we got a stunt double in now. Everything's fine. Everything's good. We've got a stunt imagination coordinator. Coordinator. I am the coordinator. I coordinate things. I was sent from the future to coordinate you. I'm really just here to dance, though. Whoa, I've been on here over an hour? Gosh. That's what I think, Massimo. Plus, I think people take the whole idea of growing up too seriously. Of course, there's things you should do to be a better person, and you've got to be with it. But that just comes with life, I don't like the idea of like becoming an adult and forgetting where you come from and forgetting what made life so magical and enchanted in the beginning. For some people, maybe it didn't, but for some of us, it damn sure did. And we thought that we were going to be growing up in a whole different kind of world, only to find quite the opposite. And it's just, I think it's just one of those things you gotta try to hang on to, that you should never let go of, is that kind of freedom to question the authority, you know, even if it's inside of you. To take chances, say yes to things that you're afraid to, even though you really want to do it. To help people, dance with people, to live with people, to love people, and to do as little damage as you can along the way, I suppose. Anyways, I've got to head out, everybody. I love you. I love you. And I hope you find some happiness tonight and some rest. And if it's your day, good day. And Pastor, thank you. I'll come back to this drawing here pretty soon. Take care, everybody. Thank you so much for the company. Bye.